Alright, we should be on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm KyeBlade13, and I'm gonna be running Kingdom Hearts Final Mix HD, beginner 80%. So does the timer just start automatically? Or...
I have no idea.
I don't know, does he start it at the same time that I start? I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I just count down.
I guess I'll just count down. In 3, 2, 1, go. Because the timer's not being handled on, just day go? What does that mean? Alright, so at the beginning of this game, every time you have to watch this 3-minute cutscene, and it's really annoying, especially when you're doing, like, multiple runs or you reset a lot at the beginning, but we're not going to be resetting in this case, so we'll only have to watch it once.
Basically, they're just like, hey, we made this really long cutscene. We put a lot of effort into it.
Like, is any of this for real?
Oh, and by the way, this is this is C.A. Templeton. He's going to be helping me with my commentary.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
You wouldn't want to miss Kingdom Hearts.
Interesting story. Who was it that was able to skip most of this?
It was Haunter. So, a guy named Haunter Stomper, he's a runner of this game. He was doing a run while his game was still installing, and he was somehow able to skip this cutscene. And it worked, and it's never worked again. And I guess there was something messing up as he was installing the game. But he was able to skip it. And it's, like, really creepy when I think about it. Cage's best speedrun? I mean, it's my favorite.
Also note that this is in the game.
Oh yeah, this is the PlayStation 4 version. This is the fastest version simply because the load times are so fast.
You hardly have time.
Yeah, this is the English version. The Japanese version is about 20 seconds faster, but on the English version there is this English exclusive glitch that we can show off, so that's something cool to look forward to. Yeah,
Also,
this song
not to
is
mention,
awesome.
You can, I don't know, understand the language and everything.
Yeah, that too. I've never done a run on the Japanese version, so I would not know what was happening if I was playing on that. Explain the plot of the game? There you go. Boy with key saves people. Yeah, 60 FPS too. Yeah, the clip saves time over JP, so the English version is originally 50 seconds slower, but it saves 30 seconds over it, so it's 20 seconds faster than the English version.
Not to mention you freaking spawn on the boat instead of on the... We'll get to that.
Alright, so that was the end of that cutscene. Now it's time to get into the action. So we're picking the staff here at the beginning, and giving up the shield just because defense isn't really something we'll need a lot of on beginner mode. And the staff is because we want more and stronger magic.
Also, what you pick up and drop off assigns what abilities you get at what levels, and you also get Air Combo plus 2 of those game which are very useful.
Oh yes, and text cutscenes can't be skipped in this game, so you're gonna hear me mashing a lot. I'm gonna be mashing X and triangle because both of them can be used to skip text in this game. So it's fastest to mash both. We're coming up on the first Shadows fight, and basically what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be walking in a certain direction while a text box is on the screen, just to position myself in front of a shadow so that I can kill 2 shadows with 1 combo. Like that. Oh, and I actually killed 3 that time. That was really lucky. I've never done that before. We get the key later. So here the box is gonna spawn after this chest, and I'm gonna attempt to jump, as the chest is disappearing, jump over to the box. And we got it. So that just spawns me closer to the box. Oh, whoops. Oh, and that as well, you can jump towards the door after the barrel. I messed up my combo there.
Those jumps are pretty precise and
yeah, they're really hard. So here, these 3 characters are going to ask me some questions, and this determines, basically, how quickly you level up at certain points in the game. So we're going to be leveling up pretty fast towards the beginning of the game because we pick all top options. Oh, whoops. There we go. That was a little early. So this is the second Shadows fight. Basically, our goal is to get as many Shadows as possible into a single combo. Whoops. Alright, so this isn't too bad for my standards.
Are you kidding me? That was an amazing for.
Yeah, that first combo was amazing. And here we're using all of our power boosts and defense boosts that beginner mode gives us at the beginning. So we're gonna be really strong for a little bit.
Usually what we aim for in this area is around 650. Sub 7 is good. But we
Yeah,
really
for the first split. So this guy just takes 4 combos to kill. Easy peasy. There we go. You can actually die there and it will still progress the story, but since this is beginner mode, it's harder to die, so it's easier to just kill bosses like that.
Also, the experience is really nice.
Yeah, that too. Some cutscene skips are pretty delayed in this game, so you can only skip them after a certain point. Hence why I skipped that cutscene so late. Just won't let you skip it before then. So here we're going to be doing some clever jumps on this barrel. You just pick it up, throw it over here, and then jump off of it and ledge grab up here.
To note, the cutscene skips, they are varied in where you can skip them throughout the entire run.
Yeah.
Some of them you can skip immediately, some of them you have to wait like 7.
There's one in particular that I'm going to point out that's... you have to wait a ridiculous amount of time. It's so dumb.
But, I mean, since we've been running this for a while, we memorized most of the timings for cutscene skips, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just really annoying. Sometimes we may miscount, and it just screws us up.
I cannot skip this cutscene because it is an unskippable cutscene that I can't skip because it is unskippable. So yeah, these Destiny Islands sections are pretty much just collecting stuff.
And here we're coming up on the the most RNG part of beginning game.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna be coming up on the coconuts that we need to collect. We need to collect a total of 2. And some coconuts that drop from the trees are yellow, and those are the ones you collect. You can't collect the brown ones. So we're gonna be going to collect the seagull egg in a second here. And right after that seagull egg, I'm gonna do 1 swing at the tree next to it, and that's because we have a chance of getting a yellow coconut from it immediately. And then later on, we'll only have to collect 1 more, rather than 2. Very rare chance, but I like to take it because it doesn't waste a lot of time just doing that 1 swing. So this is the seagull egg, and then this is the tree. Alright, we didn't get it. That's what I expected. And so here we're going to be racing Riku. This is pretty straightforward, just platforming and running, basically. So our goal is to touch that star and then come back to the start. Yeah, that's what we call it, Task Coconut.
Something strange about this race is that when you finish it, if you are slow in the race, it will actually fade out very quickly, whereas if you finish it very quickly, it'll fade out very slow. And it's just one of the small nuisances to being fast.
There's just a countless number of weird things in this game like that. There's one fight in particular where if you walk straight into a door at the end of it, it will fade out way faster. Thank you for the good luck. So here's where we're going to be going for the coconuts.
The coconuts can be very unforgiving.
Yeah, and they can disappear really fast sometimes too. It's just something you gotta look out for. Alright, there's 1. There's 2. Okay, that wasn't terrible.
There have been some times where I've gotten the task coconut, and then the first coconut that drops is a good coconut.
Yeah.
And then there have been other times where it's been like the 9th and the 10th.
Yeah, the task coconut and then the first coconut are the best possible coconuts you can get. And there we actually had to come back here to collect the drinking water and this mushroom because we had to talk to Kyrie first and get the water bottle before we can go collect that.
You know, that little water bottle for 3 people before they set off on their grand adventure into the ocean. 3 mushrooms.
No, he did not get Task Coconut, or I did not get Task Coconut. Task Coconut is the coconut on the first tree that I swung at. If I got a good coconut there, that would be called Task Coconut. That's what we call it in the community.
For whatever reason, even though there are no tool assists.
Yeah. We just call it that because it's extremely lucky.
Also, a lot of cutscenes.
Yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes. So here, this is my personal favorite cutscene in the series. We're just gonna skip it. For the sake of speed.
Right.
And look, it's the key. Albert. Someone here knows Kingdom Hearts speedrunning.
There we go.
Yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes in Tutorial World.
Oh,
Okay, so for this fight, my goal here was to get 5 hits on his arm there, but I screwed that up a little bit. Basically just wail on his hand after that. not terrible. I can just jump up his arm. Oh no. I didn't get the cutscene skip where Goofy's eyes are closed.
Right.
It's cool to see all the people that I know from the community cheering me on in the chat. So here, these shadows can be real jerks, but we're hoping that they'll all group up in the center and I can kill them with one swing. That's the best possible outcome. Very rare. Okay, I got 3 and then 1. And then I can kill 1 out here. So you need to kill 5 of these, or else the cutscene won't trigger when you walk in and out of the accessory shop here. What were you gonna say? Templeton,
Basically,
you were gonna say something. Yeah.
Basically, the game just says, hey, you killed 5 shadows, you can progress on with the story. There are a lot of strange aspects to this game.
So, unfortunately, I got the bad luck there. Leon can jump at you or use a fireball at the beginning of the fight, but he used the fireball.
No way.
That's that fight. Again, like the first fight, you can die to that fight and it will still progress the story, but way faster to kill him. This is the cutscene I was talking about where you have to wait like a solid 10 seconds. So I can press any button I want and I can't skip this.
Also, something to note, if you beat Leon, he gives you an elixir after this world, which will be used later in the game.
Oh,
which
yeah.
Elixirs are items that restore your HP and MP full, and they're very useful.
So here we're going to be killing 3 soldiers on the way to the guard armor boss fight. And that's just for experience. We want to get a strength boost in the fight right before the boss fight. And this allows us to get it.
My friends are my power.
Oh, I just got a follower. I forgot to turn those off. That's hilarious. I can turn those off during the first gummy if you want. Why is this happening? Okay, there we go. That fight can be really good or really bad, basically. Yes, my friends are my power. So we have to take out his hands and feet before we can attack the body, and that was pretty quick. We use this potion as he's in the air because we can't actually damage him right now until he comes back to the ground. And potions are actually bad on beginner because we don't really need to heal our health. We have such high defense that we basically don't even need it. So we just throw them out. They will just get in the way of our item menus.
So
Yeah, basically the only items we really are ethers, elixirs, and mega elixirs. Stuff that refill our MP. Because MP is one of the most important.
This game doesn't have gotcha take that. I do run that category where we have gotcha take that. I run this game. I run this game mainly. This is my main focus at the moment. I also run Aqua Critical, which is the category you're referring to. And I also run Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Critical, but I'm not very good at that one. I'm trying to learn it currently.
So here you get one of the best abilities in the game.
Dodge roll. It's basically the we're basically going to be dodge rolling everywhere for the rest of the run, because it's faster than walking. And here's that cool English exclusive glitch I was talking about, where you can clip through a wall. The reason this happens is there are certain Trinity marks throughout the game, these little dots on the floor, sort of, and you can activate them, but we actually can't activate this Trinity yet. But the thing is, the first time you see a Trinity mark, no matter where it is, it'll trigger this little cutscene. And in the Japanese version, your characters are placed differently, in a different formation, so it won't work. But here, they're placed in a triangle formation, so we can clip through the wall after the cutscene. And this cutscene right here that you're watching shouldn't be happening right now. We should do this later, but we're allowed to do it now because we are clipped through that wall.
Cheaters.
Templeton runs on the Japanese version, so he calls me a cheater all the time. And also we get the Earthshine, which is a summon gem, our first summon gem. We're not going to get the summon till later, but we get that early.
And for whatever reason, you had to talk to Leon twice there, because the developers thought it was a good idea.
Because this game is weird like that.
Also, another thing to note, he took Goofy's ether. Your party members spawned with items. Goofy spawned with potions, and so did Goofy, except he also had
So
an
did
ether.
Donald.
Donald had an ether?
No, you said your party members spawn with items, and you said Goofy has potions, and so did Goofy.
Oh, okay. They have potions, and Goofy has an ether. So he takes that to help out with later, because he doesn't want to use it.
Alright.
Because your party members don't know how to use items correctly.
Yeah, so here, and by the way, Goofy can also use that ether in the guard armor fight, which really sucks. But here, we're going to be editing our gummy ship, and we're going to be taking off everything except for the two necessary parts to fly it, which are the engine and the cockpit. And the reason we do that is because armor slows down your gummy ship. Thank you for the good luck. And we're also going to be adding parts to the gummy ship later on that allow us to go faster. So.
Are you gonna add a pew pew?
Yes.
Oh, lame.
So you can add a gun to your gummy ship, but Templeton doesn't like to do that.
No, dude. You can make it through all of the gummy missions without a gun, but it can be risky, especially if you don't know the gummy routes very well. 'Cause if
Also,
you don't
right
have-
here, I'm going to be deleting my my Twitch notifications. I accidentally had those on. Early
will not
haste
do-
2? No, I do not do early haste 2.
It's slower overall.
Oh, Sora Ultima 82 says Templeton eyes emoji.
I haven't been looking at the chat at all. I just been talking. Dude, Duck Flare strats and 1 FM. Legend.
Alright. So here's our first Disney World. This is Wonderland. This world is really confusing casually, but in the speedrun it's pretty darn straightforward. So.
My bad.
What is that?
I'm crushing a bottle of water. I gotta throw the
So we're gonna move this bed out of the way and then drink this potion, which will make us smaller. Just Alice in Wonderland logic.
This world is pretty straightforward, and it is relatively consistent, except for a couple of...
There's a couple of things, yeah.
But,
So
oh, go ahead.
So the Queen wants us to gather evidence. We can gather 4 pieces of evidence in total, but we only need to gather 1, so for the sake of speed, we're only going to be getting the 1 we need. But you can't actually open or access or unlock things, basically, while enemies are spawned, and you have to spawn enemies to get to the piece of evidence. So we're basically just going to be taking out these enemies with fire. And you could say what you were going to say.
As you'll notice, a lot of these worlds are relatively fast.
Oh, whoops. I gotta despawn these enemies. I didn't hug the wall enough.
There's one world I know that you have 2 boss battles, and it's like 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Kind of great.
These worlds just fly by. Honestly, this run, it's 2 hours, it's about 2.5 hours long, for the average time, so it just really flies by for being that length. So we want to pick the box that fell to the floor first. That's the one we want to go for, but I think it was this one. And hopefully we get lucky. Yeah, okay, so I got it right. So the other 4 boxes are your party members, and it'll actually lock your party members out for the next fight if you get them. And we don't want that because your party members can be helpful in this fight and hit away the cards while you're attacking the tower. And I have to actually purposefully slow down my combos. For some reason, it takes out the tower faster.
The tower has invincibility frames. After each hit, basically you have to wait for the wheel to stop turning for it to be vulnerable again. Also, your party members can pick up money during this fight, and that will severely slow down the fight.
Yeah, because at the end of the fight will continue if your party members are still collecting money. So as you can see, it kind of delayed there for a bit at the end. So there's pros and cons, but to getting your party members trapped, but it's still faster to have them in the fight.
Also, I personally think that the Heartless text box faster
You're cutting
than
out a bit.
party members.
What did you say?
I personally think that the Heartless text cutscene is faster than
Oh,
the
like the
party
turnout
members.
for when you get
Yeah.
the Heartless? Oh yeah, that makes sense. So here we're going to be lighting 2 lamps, and if I touch the floor, basically, Heartless are going to spawn. So we're trying to not spawn Heartless here. I'm going to go unlock a latch on the door over there. And I have to do it, obviously, because enemies aren't around. I have to do it while enemies aren't around. So I'm gonna try to be really fast about this. Okay, good. You can screw that up easily. And this will lead us where we want to go, which is the boss.
There's another trick very similar to that is much more...
Yeah, but that's later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, so this is the boss. Basically, all we're gonna be doing is hitting him a certain number of times. There's sort of cycles, so we do 1 full combo, another full combo, and then 2 hits. And we're basically going to be wanting to do that for the start of this fight. Your party members can screw you over if they stun him early, though. Okay, I only got 1 hit in there, but it shouldn't matter. Then we're going to do 1 combo, and then this next combo should stun him. There we go, and then this should kill. There we go. Alright, perfect. That was a pretty consistent fight, so... It can be messed up easily, but when you do it right, it's consistent. Man, feels like I just started. We're probably already, like, 30 minutes into the run.
Close to it. This goes by a lot faster when you're not doing it.
Yeah, and I'm not even looking at the timer, so... Okay, so also I'm gonna mash triangle really hard there. I didn't get it, but sometimes you can activate that save point before the room fully fades in, and that way when you exit to the gummy ship, it's gonna immediately cut to black. It's like just a little bit faster, but I didn't get it. You have to be really quick to get that. I've only gotten it a few times. These gummy sections are pretty boring.
Yeah, they're like, what, 1.5 minutes, 2? Somewhere around there. Each gummy mission.
One of them is really short in particular.
Oh, yeah.
27:35
That was what your timer was up.
on Trickmaster.
Something like that. I don't know what that is relative to me because I run Japanese.
Yeah, the Japanese version doesn't do that glitch back in Traverse Town, so his times before the second visit to Traverse Town would be so much faster.
I think it's about 2 minutes. There's like a 2-minute lag.
I think it's about 2.5. Yeah, it's the Halloween Town gummy, that's the one I'm referring to, that's really short.
Kai, dude, the title doesn't have beginner in it. It just says Kingdom Hearts HD in it or something.
Doesn't matter. It's not lying. Okay, so this next fight at the beginning of this world is Sabor. It just takes 2 hits, 1 hit, and then a full combo.
This world is...
You know a lot about this game from what I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, this world is easily one of my...
Your least favorites?
Yes, in terms of speedrunning.
I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. So there's 2, there's 1, and then there's 1 full combo. Done.
Again, that's one of the... Like,
Kingdom memes, final keck, oh my gosh. That reaction time. On what?
Gosh.
Maybe I should be commentating? Please.
Yeah, that's one of the cutscene skips that you can see. The after Sabor. Once it completely fades to white, you can skip it.
Yeah, a lot of people hate this world. I don't mind it. So we have to collect slides before we go into the tent. We can collect these later, but it's faster to just do them before. We're gonna need them.
Also, something to note, he touched the save point at the top of the tunnel, because we will do a save warp to that later.
Yeah, we're gonna do a save warp to that in a minute. I believe it's a little bit faster than going the intended route. Oh, the title? The title immediately got changed.
Oh, that's great.
And also, something to note is that when we do the save warp, it will actually take Tarzan out of our party, and we'll just have Donald and Goofy. That has pros and cons, but I feel like the pros outweigh the cons. So the con is that Tarzan won't be in the second Sabor fight, and he can help a lot in that. But I feel like it's better because the upcoming fights with a certain type of enemy are way easier when Tarzan's not attacking them, because he can spread them out, and you want to group them up. So we just warped to the save.
Shoutouts to the hosts for fixing like fast.
Okay.
How could you?
Okay, so these next 5 fights, there's gonna be 5 fights here with the Power Wilds, which are these monkey-type heartlets.
See ya.
And we basically just want to group them up and use Blizzard on them. That was pretty good.
MP management is very important in this section, because if you don't have enough magic during a fight, it can really slow down.
Yeah, and also, after the second fight here, we're going to be using Goofy's Ether. Unless we have a lot of MP left over, then I'll save it for the next group. So there we activated a fruit minigame, and then we immediately quit out of it, which will teleport us to the other vines area, where we want to go. We're going to be using that a total of 2 times. Okay, so there's 1... Okay. That was not as good as I hoped. So we've only got 1 MP left. I'm gonna go ahead and use Goofy's Ether right now.
Here. Deep freeze. Deep freeze. Deep freeze.
That was very good. Take a look at the treehouse ones.
We sure did.
And there we're gonna do a cool jump on the ladder.
Deep freeze.
That jump on the ladder that I did was very precise. Ooh, one of the enemies dropped equipment. I don't want to pick that up.
I'm surprised you
It
got
does.
that.
It does have death abuse on the higher difficulties.
Deep freeze.
Like Darkseid and Leon are fights that you can death abuse on.
Deep freeze.
Nope. Okay, those were decent power wilds.
Alright, and so now we're coming up on the fight.
The Sabor 2.
Yep.
This guy is really random. Basically, I'm going to attempt to parry one of his attacks in particular. That will stun him, and then I'm going to attempt to get a bunch of finishers off, as many as I can, to keep him in an infinite stun loop throughout the majority of the fight. So, right like that.
Come on.
Okay, and there's another finisher. Sometimes he'll jump into the wall. Okay, that was actually pretty good. Sometimes he'll jump into the trees or whatever, and then come back on the other side. That's really annoying when he does that.
Bamboo.
Oh, you never thought about carpet. Spoilers for later in the round. Same fruit minigame thing.
And now we fight probably the first enemy in this game, the eggplant.
He's kidding, it's not. It's really easy. This fruit here has a hit counter. It's 5 combos, and it only counts KyeBlade hits, so your party members can't do anything to it. Extremely simple. Doesn't matter what level you are or what difficulty you're on, it always just takes 5 combos.
15 hits.
Yeah, 15 hits or 5 combos. So the next fight that we're going to be doing is the last fight in this world, and it's Clayton. Clayton is kind of difficult to explain. Everyone that I've seen does a different strategy for Clayton, but basically our goal here is to knock him off of Stealth Sneak, and then he takes 17 hits to kill. And this is Clayton 1 though, he only takes 6 hits, and then the real fight begins. So finishers can sort of stagger him out of doing attacks, so. Wait for him to jump. How did he end up getting up there? Are you gonna let me? Okay. I got on the pole. There we go. There we go. I noticed that Donald had hit him with a few fires, so I did less hits on purpose. I accidentally climbed the pole. That was weird. That fight's kind of unpredictable at times.
Oh, Cuckfern.
Yes, we call this the Cuckfern. These are very difficult jumps to make. Especially this last one coming up here. Oh, okay, I almost fell off. That was actually really good. That last ledge grab is extremely hard to get.
Yeah, the platforming and movement in this game is pretty insane and pretty precise. It's very important, almost as much as the fights you do.
Magic Carpet counts as a death abuse. So here we've actually got 2 gummy sections before we can head back to Traverse Town. I'm not as excited about the gummy ship as you are, I can tell you that.
Phew.
Let me tell you, if text cutscenes were able to be skipped in this game, then this game would be, like, less than 2 hours. Probably less than an hour and 30 minutes.
If text cutscenes were skippable, English would be faster.
Yeah, it would, because of the glitch. It would actually be 30 seconds faster. The only reason that the Japanese version is faster now is because of the text.
It has to load in less characters because of Japanese.
Yeah, and I think the English text is layered over Japanese text, so it's slower. Oh, you were being sarcastic, I understand. I don't like it either.
Also, like, on some of these gummy missions, you actually have to kind of pay attention, because if you get hit too much, you can die.
Yeah, you can
And-
die. Except, certain ones you can just sit in one spot the whole time. Like, for example, this one, you can just sit in the top left and you won't die.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that.
Oh yeah, in the English version of Kingdom Hearts 2, in this HD collection, on PS4, their Duck Flare is overpowered. Duck Flare is a limit with Donald, and it's really powerful, so it makes English the faster version.
Yeah, it's because it just lasts for an instant.
Alright,
It's really
so here we're gonna land in the accessory shop. And we're gonna talk to Sid, and then we're gonna sell some items to him so that we can buy some gummy ship items later to add to our ship to make it faster.
If you remember in the beginning of the game, we got 8 strength boosts, 8 defense boosts, and 4 AP boosts. But we only used the defense and attack boosts because we want to sell the 4 AP boosts, which will give us most of the money we need for mission pieces.
Yeah, so we don't really need the AP boosts, so we just sell them here. And we're also gonna sell the stone that we got when we raced Riku, and the potions that Kairi gave us on Destiny Islands, so we're selling a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and it gives us just enough amount of money. Like, usually I'll end up with 20 more.
The only
Money.
things we're not selling are the White Fang and the Elixir, because we need those later.
Elixirs are very valuable.
I actually
Much-
only got 3 money over what I needed, so that was scary.
Elixirs are worth much more than 80 money. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Also, this is kind of strange watching because I do a
Yeah, you do it completely different.
Also, you don't want to fall in the water. Very bad. Unclenched.
Yeah, as you saw, those floating rocks I was jumping across, I actually did a dodge roll in between the last 2. The last 2 are close enough together that I can do that, but it's only if they're lined up. So I think it's completely random where they move. And we're also gonna be picking up our first summon of the run here. This is, it's gonna be Simba.
He is one of the most useful, if not the most useful, summons in this category.
Yeah, we used him, I think, a total of 3 times in the run.
The other summon we do use is a close second.
Yeah,
But
I think we used him 3 times too, but we used him for basically the same thing. We'll get there though.
It's pretty cool.
So, yeah, that's probably my favorite trick in the game. It's the thing we do with that summon. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting way ahead of ourselves.
I can also dodge roll over that gap at the end there. Yeah, so this visit to Traverse Town's pretty boring. It's just selling, buying, and a bunch of text cutscenes.
The one thing I do like about English is that it makes Traverse Town 2 visit not as long, but it makes Traverse Town 1 longer. So in Japanese, you actually have to spend about 10 minutes. That's including the gummy ship missions, actually. So like 7 minutes here.
Yeah, but you get to
Wow.
perform a cool glitch in
You're
Traverse Town 1.
Yeah, but in English, you only have to spend like 5 maybe.
Kingdom Hearts is kind of hard to explain, but
Oh, that's an understatement.
that is a big understatement. But we're
We're
not
just
here
talking
to
about the
explain the
gameplay.
story, we're just talking about
Oh,
the
no.
gameplay.
If we needed to just explain the story,
I would
A little
need
bit
a
longer.
big chalkboard.
I think we'd need a little longer than 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Yeah, we'd probably need longer than doing a platinum run of this game. Which is, the world record for that is 12 hours. Alright, so here we're buying our gummies from Sid. Done and done. And that's it for the second visit. I'm surprised I haven't accidentally reached over to Split yet.
I would have split so many times for
So, we warped to Wonderland and then immediately exit out to the world map here, because it makes the next route a little bit shorter. And we're also going to edit our gummy ship right here. And add the 2 gummies we just bought.
Yeah, despite the warp hole being closer to Traverse Town on the world map, it's actually closer to...
And there is where I put on the gun.
Lame. I'm just kidding. It's that
Here, if I hold square, you see that little meter in the bottom right? As that charges up, every time it gets full, I can perform a little boost.
Jordan, I cannot read Japanese.
They just memorize the symbols, basically.
Yeah. I just
Alright.
look at it like, okay, that's this.
So, we just went through the warp hole, so this will lead us to the next world. Our next world's gonna be Agrabah, and it is a run killer. There is so many things in Agrabah that can lose you a lot of time, but I've been practicing it recently. I'm pretty confident in my ability, and now that I say that, I'm probably gonna screw it up. But let's hope for the best.
I forget what happened. I think it was after Agrabah earlier today. I just started my the gummy mission to Monstro, and I just sat there, didn't use the boost. I was just sitting there. And Zan's like, "Oh, that's a nice boost." I'm like, "Dang it." I only lost like 8 seconds on the shot. Yeah.
Yeah, one run I actually forgot to put them on and didn't even notice and flew to Agrabah without it. And the thing is, I still came out of Agrabah ahead. That's how bad my time was. And that's how much I had improved since the last one. Okay. So this is Agrabah. The absolute... Well, it's not the worst world. My least favorite world is not Agrabah, but it's probably the most difficult world to get right.
It's very precise in terms of execution.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Proud I just made that up.
And here we're gonna grab a Mega Elixir in Aladdin's house, because we need as many as possible for the end. Alright, so these bandits completely spawn randomly. I'm gonna try my best to group them up, similar to the Power Wilds in Deep Jungle. Oh no, I collected a potion. This fade out can actually be pretty long, so I'm gonna attempt to use this. Oh wait, no, you can't.
Yeah,
You can't. You're frozen.
Kinda trapped.
Oh yeah, you're frozen. I forgot about that.
I see.
Also, I don't know if it's just me, but like, it seems that there's just one bandit that likes to just stay in the ground until the very end. Then he pops out.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
So here's one of the trickier skips. This is what Templeton was talking about earlier in Wonderland. Do you want to explain it?
Basically, it's a very precise window where you want to line yourself up with the keyhole. We use Sora's hair as a guide.
And the
nudge
first
forward.
person as well. First person mode. I didn't get it. So basically what can happen there, that was actually pretty quick regardless, but what can happen there is I can roll into the keyhole and then activate it before the enemies fully spawn. But I didn't get it there. I haven't been getting it recently.
Yeah, it saves a big chunk of time if you get it. Wow, that was actually a quick, quick
okay.
kill. Make a quick recovery though.
Yeah, okay. So this room, I could have gotten the black fungus to spawn in here, but I was lucky. It's completely random.
If you get black fungus, you have to leave and come back to, you know, cut your losses.
So here, we're basically just gonna head to the next fight. We have to go into Aladdin's house to activate this text cutscene for some reason. No idea why. It's kinda dumb. They don't. There's no important information.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just part of the story, I guess.
All right, so here at the start of this fight, I'm gonna attempt to do 2 whole combos on this guy, and that will make him sort of run and bust through this wall. And we want him to do that because if he doesn't, then we can't spawn in a different area at the end of the fight. I'll explain that in a second. But basically, we're just gonna wail on him.
Yeah, I can go very wrong
Alright,
because
so
he can
here,
actually.
I have to roll past this shadow, and then I'll spawn in this next room over. And we want to spawn there because it's closer to the desert, which is where we need to go. And if he hadn't have busted through that wall at the start of the fight, then I wouldn't have been able to get there.
Yeah, he can break apart in that spawn room, and if he breaks apart and does not get back together, he cannot break through that wall, and you'll be stuck in there.
Okay, so this fight, I have to jump on the tiger head's head, basically. And if I'm too fast, I'll get a bad pattern, so I'm gonna attempt to sort of wait a little bit first. Alright, so we got it. If I had gotten the bad pattern, he would have just stood still. And we don't want that to happen. Oh gosh. I don't know if I'm gonna make it while he's still down here. I got it, just barely. The goal is to kill him while he is on the ground. And do you want to explain Jafar while I'm doing this? Or should I explain Jafar?
I think I can do. Alright. So, basically, as you start the Jafar fight, he does a particular move where he shoots a laser beam at you. And you can interrupt that attack, and we will be doing that. And the way the way Jafar works is when you hit him with the third hit, if it's magic, he'll put up a barrier to block all magic attacks.
And basically, yeah, we're gonna attempt to do 2 combos after that. And I'm gonna slow down one of my combos on purpose to time it right, and we're gonna catch him as he's flying away. And then we can just wail on him till the end. If we do all that right, we can get a 1 cycle. Pretty difficult. Sorry for cutting you off.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, it's a pretty... but once he puts up that barrier, we manipulate him so he puts up the barrier, and that gives us enough time to do 2 full combos. And then, after that, he can fly away. And what we want to do is time the hit precisely so that we interrupt him flying away, and so he'll stay on the platform. And Aladdin is very important in this fight because he actually does deal at least damage.
Got it. Alright. That could have been a lot faster, but the thing is, he's really random.
Yeah. It's a tough fight.
And I got pretty afraid there because I was afraid I was going to get hit by the attack he does. Sort of an area of effect attack. And then we have one more fight in this world, and that's Genie Jafar. And I'm basically going to be using 8 blizzards at the beginning, and that'll manipulate Iago's pattern. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I should have gotten it. Alright, so I got it. When he goes over to this fire, that's when you know you've gotten it. Aladdin can also do a lot of damage in this fight, so that's what we're hoping for. That was a pretty good fight. And there we go. So this part we have to actually death abuse. I'm gonna get hit by as many stones as I can. And if we death abuse, it will end this segment early. I don't know why it continues after you die, but it just does. One of the many weird things about this game. I believe I can get the early death this time. What were you gonna say?
If you notice, he levels up at least like twice per boss that he fights, because in this game, boss actually give you experience, unlike Kingdom Hearts 2. And basically, since we're so not necessarily under-leveled, it's just that we're not as high of a level as normally a casual player would be. So we gain a lot of levels, and also the experience route that we took, you know, we're just gaining a lot of experience and that much to level up where we are. So it's just, you just keep on getting level ups over and over again really fast.
Alright. And that's it for Agrabah. Fortunately, we did not actually get screwed over that much in that world. Here we can just take the route through this warp hole, and it's the exact same route. Why are you hearing Mario? I have no clue. It could be something to do with the other end, but it's not on my end. Is anyone else hearing Luigi's Mansion sound effects? Okay, this means that something is playing on his end that he's not aware of. It's not me. I think this happened in a run earlier today.
I don't know. I didn't hear because I.
What do I
was-
mean? I mean, like, earlier today, we were hearing random noises in a run, and it was from the other end, I think. Oh, you want to help us with the commentary? Well, if you can get in contact with him, then... Sure. Thank you for the good luck. What is that noise?
Oh, that was me putting my keyboard down.
Tetrax run. This is probably the easiest world in the game for me, at least. This isn't the worst world. Worst world is the world after this. Cat Lancica. What does that mean? Is that a running joke?
I've never heard that, but dude, Freshness comes up with the best freaking.
Alright, so this is Chamber 3 skip. Basically, I'm gonna be attacking into the entrance in this room, and hopefully landing in it. Oh, whoops. Well, I didn't get it, but if I had gotten that, then I would have been able to jump across from inside of that entry point. And then I would have been able to skip 2 rooms. See, this is where I would have ended up.
Yeah, basically it skips 2 loading zones, and back when we ran on PS3, that saved a good amount of time. Now it isn't like amazing, but it's still like probably around 10 seconds.
It's about 10, yeah.
Because the loading times in this game are just tier.
They're god tier, yeah.
They're non-existent. That's
Well,
what they did when they
not
ported.
really. They're non-existent in Kingdom Hearts 2. In this one, you can tell. They're not bad though. Okay, so here is the first of 2 fights in this world. Parasite Cage 1. Basically the same strat for both fights. We just do fast, consistent combos, and we can keep him in a stun lock. Your party members and Riku can ruin him in this fight, and your party members can ruin him in the next fight. But looks like they didn't do that, so we're all good.
Yeah, whenever Riku hits Parasite Cage, he stuns immediately. And whenever you do a finisher, he hopefully stuns. I don't know, it can be random sometimes. Like, for the most part, he should stand cheating. There's a running joke.
Stun lock is cheating. Alright, so here we just got high jump. We need that to continue through the rest of the world. We're gonna do a little menu here. So now we jump way higher. I'm gonna Keyblade swing there because I was not comfortable with the spacing.
Also, on JP, you spawn on the tongue, not on the ship, for whatever reason.
So there's a chance of spawning regular Heartless or the mushrooms in here. We got the mushrooms, so that's good because they can't hit you and interrupt you. Alright, so this is the next fight. You can get a stun off at the very start of this fight before he attacks. As you can see, it's very hard because I just missed it. I've gotten it like twice in my life.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Alright. That was pretty good.
Wow, it didn't even break down.
Yep. My party members were really nice that time.
Goofy did a little jig at the end.
So that's not it for Monster. We're gonna head back one more time to grab a summon gem that we couldn't get before, but now we have high jump. And it's closer to the where you spawn when you enter the world, so we just re-enter it and grab it.
Yeah, even if we didn't have to grab this summon gem, it's actually faster to warp there and then go straight to the next world.
Yeah. Because
getting the summon gem is just icing on.
Yeah. I think it's... Is it random that you get Halloween Town when you just fly to the monster route, or just
Wait,
fly
what?
past it?
I think you actually go towards it, and it's like there's a cutscene where they're like, "Where's Monstro?" And he's like, "Well, he can't be around here all the time," or something like that, and then you just fly past him. But if you warp to him, you get swallowed again.
So this is where the gem is. And actually, Templeton taught me this. You can actually just stay still this entire gummy and you won't die. Had no idea.
It's easily the shortest gummy mission in the game. And it's just, I don't know. It's a nice little break.
Yeah, you just hold square, and that's it. It's right past this meteor. There we go. Easy gummy. To the worst world in the game. The problem that I have with this world is Agrabah, it's hard, but a lot of the stuff is just tricky to pull off. This world is just really random. Like, it can just randomly destroy you.
Yeah, there are 2 rooms in which you can get mushrooms, and it's loses time.
Yeah. And then the boss, or at least one of the bosses in this world, is probably my least favorite fight in the game.
Made an emote after him.
Yeah, I made one of my sub-emotes after him.
This world basically has you go on the same route. Again, it's just you go deeper into the world as you go. And
You'll
you just
see
have
what
to
he
keep
means
on
in a
coming.
second. So here we're gonna take Jack's Ethers and use a power-up. That potion that I picked up in the bandits fight at the beginning of Agrabah, I'm actually gonna be using in this world because there's a part where you just have to stand still and wait, and I'm gonna be abusing that and basically using the potion where it won't lose me time. Because potion, like, item animations in this game are really long. So this is a forced fight, just have to take out some Heartless Blizzard. And we're actually gonna run up and pick up some MP during the fade out of this fight. The MP bubbles right there. That was a good amount, too. What is happening in the chat right now?
I have no idea. Whoa. Messages are being deleted. That's interesting.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna focus on the run for now.
Interesting. Alright.
Oh, okay. I understand. Happens to me sometimes. I had to ban someone in Templeton's chat just the other day because of that. So we could have gotten mushrooms just now, but we were lucky and we got these. And we can perform a cool little skip here called Graveyard Skip. And basically, I'm gonna try and jump onto this, and then jump on here, and dodge roll off of it at this thing, and mash triangle, and then we can go in there before the enemies fully spawn.
More of the dodge rolling into the
Yeah,
triangle.
same concept as Bandit Skip that we didn't get in Acrobat. This is the part where I'm gonna use my potion. So it's completely random where these ghosts show up. That was pretty bad. The best luck you can get is if they show up on the 7th tombstone 3 times. But it's completely random.
Fire!
Wait.
Violence
use
got the
ether?
right idea. No, I used a potion.
What about the ether?
I don't use an ether there.
You don't? What? Okay.
Templeton does a lot of stuff that I don't do.
Yeah, we have disagreements.
Yeah, we argue
Just
about this
kidding.
all the time, but for the most part, we both know the same route.
Yeah, we both finished the game.
Yeah, that's all that matters, really.
Yeah. So, as you can see there, he actually went further in more than he was supposed to, because he could have just went back the way he came, but he actually opened up a faster way for him to get to Curly Hill,
Oh,
which
yeah.
we need to go to later. It's something that we do subconsciously, but it's something that's pretty important.
So it's right here. I use fire on this thing. We can get fungus in this room, hopefully not. And we didn't get it for once in my life. I've been getting that all the time lately, so I'm so glad I didn't get it here.
Dude, the mushrooms have loved me.
Yeah, you're right. I should have used the ether there. I had very low MP. I'm used to getting mushrooms in the room before and not having to use Blizzard.
Look
Oh,
who it is.
Look who it is.
Well, yeah, he was,
Your mic is all messed up, man.
yeah, he was echoing.
To change my output.
It's still messed up.
Hey,
How's
Hey.
it going?
It's
remember
still
what I whispered
echoey.
you?
Violin, it's still echoey.
It's still echoing?
Yeah,
Shouldn't be.
really
Uh,
echoey.
Your voice just sounds really low quality.
Yo.
Like,
Okay.
And here
like-
I'm jumping on Oogie's Manor. I'm
Yeah, I think I have the wrong mic.
jump and stuff to get up here faster.
Does that sound better?
Yo.
Okay, good. I fixed it then.
Yeah, I think I have the wrong mic.
This next
Yo.
fight, I use an ether right before
Does that
it.
sound better?
I should listen to Templeton and just
Okay,
do it.
good. Alright, thank you.
I usually wait until before lock, shock, and barrel if I get white mushrooms.
Alright, there's one down. I like to use stop on these guys, just because they jump around way too much.
Alright, it's fixed.
There you
Yay! Hey, Violin, remember what I whispered you?
So,
Alright,
are you
so,
on mobile still?
My name is Violent Gamer. I also run KH1, and I'm gonna help.
I wish I could come. I could so easily just join
That was
dating
an okay
chat.
fight, I guess. That could have been a lot better, but
Even though, because I literally, the funny, I still wouldn't. I still
Yeah,
find it
that's
funny how I
actually
could still probably
very
easily commentate this.
frustrating. Lose you a lot of time. But here's another one that can lose you a lot of
I'm gonna
time.
make sure to not
Okay.
forget to flip that switch.
I have done that before.
If you don't flip that switch, then the boss is locked off.
And you have the whole manor.
Memeing around. I'm pretty sure Grape was somewhere in there too.
Do that, unless you're really, really ahead. Okay.
That's probably Grape's like all.
Yeah, the platforming looks a lot harder. Or,
Well, after that, I don't think
it is
that's.
a
I
lot
think that's
harder than it
answers that
looks,
question.
Apparently they can barely hear me. My mic is all the way turned up though. Hey Violin, could you turn down your mic?
Turn down my mic.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so basically I killed those enemies at the beginning. And that's fine. I killed those enemies at the beginning. And that lit up the buttons
Read your
below
messages.
Oogie, and I have to press the one that Oogie is above, and it will raise the platform so I Here I'm gonna try and hit his dice back. I I just barely missed it, but this is the best RNG we can get on what the dice lands on, because we can just take out these enemies real quick. And the dice, or the buttons, will light up again. So I'm trying to purposefully lock my party members out, because Oogie has a hit counter up here, and if my party members hit him, they don't do nearly as much damage as me, but it still counts towards the hit counter. So I don't want that to happen. I don't know why I wasn't able to kill him this time.
Someone else is top.
Fine though.
I think it was Dan Plays and some other guy.
Oh, I think they're playing stuff in the background.
Also, this
It's not on
stream
our
is
end.
like there's a lag buffer.
Yeah, it's on KyeBlade's end.
No,
Is it
it's
time?
not. I don't think it's Kai's end. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's not
the other
my
guy's
end.
end.
The timer was fine.
Did it just start doing
It's
all
fine
this now? Oh, it's ours.
Everything's good now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, if you hit
Oh, the
all three
voice.
of the, if you hit all three of the dice back, it immediately lights up the buttons.
Yeah, that's what would happen if I had done that successfully. Goofy, move out of the way. So these
Yeah,
take
though-
2 hits and a full combo to kill. And basically the goal for this fight is to take a very specific route to take out all of these orbs. What were you gonna say, Violin?
I was gonna say how the dice, when they fall, it's kind of random. So it's hard to really do anything.
Just one of the many random things in this world that can lose your time.
Yeah. The worst thing is probably fungus, because I can lose a good 20 seconds probably, and it wastes MP.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. These gargoyles are not being nice.
Getting wet mushroom isn't too
See,
bad because you actually save it.
Alright, this guy's probably gonna hit me off. Oh my gosh. Why is this jump so hard to get? Okay. He hit me off of the jump the first time I got it, so that was a little messy, but
Did that fire hit you through the platform?
I guess so. But that's it for this world.
Sally.
Alright, here we are coming up on
The worst-
Hook ship, yay!
The worst, most random thing that can happen in this game is coming up. And this can lose you 40 to 50 seconds if you miss it.
So yeah, there is a 70% chance of KyeBlade getting hook ship, which lets him enter Neverland. But there's also a 30% chance of him not getting hook ship, and it'll send KyeBlade to Atlantica. So then he has to go back to the world map and try to go to the hook ship again.
And I can miss it multiple times, mind you.
Yeah, someone has missed it over 7 times before in a row. So
yeah, let's hope
just
that we
hope
get
he
it on
gets
the
it.
first time. And
Let's
the
see.
way that we'll be able to tell is there's a certain part of the gummy section where the environment will sort of disappear, and then
we
that's
need
when
you
I
guys
know.
to all spam bless RNG in the chat for good luck.
This is-
I believe the first time you miss it, it loses about 47 seconds, and then each time after that is
Yeah,
an additional.
Oh, I think-
it's a run killer, really.
there's been a few dropped frames so far, but it's only 0.3%, so it's not that bad. I think
I think
was
it's a-
dropping frames for a little bit.
An additional 20 to 30 seconds each time after the first time.
Alright,
It's-
so we got it, yes.
Oh,
Nice.
Alright, good.
No, I think Mist has the Miss Hook Ship world record.
Oh yeah. He would miss it all the time when he was running this game.
He missed it so many times.
Did you copy paste that?
No.
No, I'm talking about the Howard runs. Okay, so here we are. This is Neverland. or a boat. It's basically a boat.
Yeah, I don't know what the developers were thinking. They're just like, hey, listen, we're gonna make it possible where you can just miss.
I like how Cool has calculated the exact percentage of a chance that there is. Okay, so there I did a Keyblade swing to get up there. I'm gonna use Blizzard here so that Sora doesn't ledge grab while he's falling into the hole. And then I'm gonna use Cure here, which will kind of stall me in the air. There we go. So, pretty good movement.
Yeah, you don't actually have to climb all the way up to the ladder. The game thinks you've hit the loading zone when your head reaches it, so it just puts you there.
Yeah, so the cure animation allows my head to reach it.
Or you can just grab the ledge.
Or you can just yeah, people, they give me a hard time about not grabbing the ledge, but I like to do the cure. It's just what I'm used to. Anyway, this next fight is anti-Sora, and Goofy better stay away from him, because he can push him and me away a lot.
Yeah.
And him on that ladder is just foreshadowing of how he can screw you over, because he wasn't letting me on that
Ideally,
ladder.
we like to keep anti-Sora in the right corner where the fight starts.
Yeah, right
and
here.
that Donald and Goofy stay in their own corner.
Okay,
But
so, oh, what
that
the hell?
Rarely happens.
Anti-Sora just jumped. I had no idea he could do that. I'm sorry, I just freaked out. I just had a revelation.
Goofy actually pushes him like so far away that he can like he just pushes him across the room where you can't hit him.
Oh gosh, let me hit him, please.
What?
Yeah, so
Did you just see
never
him?
seen him jump. Dude.
What? Are you? Are you? I was like, what? I didn't even
I gotta
know
clip
that.
it. I gotta clip it. What the hell?
Sorry, we're kind of freaking out because we've never seen that happen in our lives.
What?
Literally, that's the first time I've ever seen.
Okay, so here if I walk through the door, I can get a fast fade out. I got it. Okay.
Hey, look at that. And you can skip that cutscene as fast as like the Sabor fight.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
here's
God.
a long menu. I'm gonna try and focus while they're freaking out.
Dude, this stuff only happens in speedrun there.
Dude, I had no clue.
What?
Alright, so I'm gonna touch the save point there to give me MP. You missed anti-Sora jump.
Anti-Sora jumped.
He did the jump
He went out
animation
and-
over to me. That's what you missed. So anyway. Now we're heading into this Heartless fight right before Captain Hook. I'm not gonna forget to put Peter Pan in my party. We were doing a practice run, and I actually forgot to put him in there.
Peter Pan is very important.
Yes, he gives you ethers during the Hook fight. As you can see during that menu, I changed his customize to have MP items to immediately. So, he is going to use ethers on me way more often than he would normally. And this is our first use of the summon in the run. So Simba, you can charge up his roar, and here we're gonna charge it up to only 3 ticks so that we don't get interrupted by the pirates, and we can take them out. Then we're gonna do 2 full charges to take out the air pirates. He did clip it. And then we're just gonna take out the ship Heartless with our regular attack. If he can fly towards me. There we go. And now we have the Hook fight, where we have to cast Stop, air combo, and then stop the whole fight, and hope that Peter Pan gives us ethers. He can be a really annoying and difficult fight if he breaks out a lot like that. Hopefully I get it right. Okay, good. Peter Pan gave me ethers. Okay, he's being very good with ethers right now.
Something pretty cool is that some enemies, or some bosses, Stop does not affect, or they don't affect nearly as much.
And the
But-
unique thing about Hook is that sometimes he just decides to ignore Stop and say that he doesn't get it.
Yeah, sometimes he's immune.
Yeah, he
There we
does.
go. Okay, so at the end there, he got out of the Stop and he was kind of being difficult, but still a decent fight.
Yeah, during some attacks, he's invulnerable. Especially during his DM, I guess it would be. I don't know.
I have no idea if anyone's missed hook ship in a marathon before.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think
it wouldn't surprise me. It's not hard to miss. So we gotta hit this block 3 times to seal the keyhole.
Again, a lot of cutscene skips.
I'm sorry if I freaked out during Anti-Sora, but like, I got so excited because I've never seen him do that before.
I didn't know he could jump.
I didn't know that was in the game.
Like, the fact that he jumped just like Sora.
I jumped when he jumped, because I was so surprised. Hey man, this is the beauty of this marathon run. We're learning new things about our speed games.
Yeah. Like, I have never seen that ever. I wonder if like any of the others have known that.
Alright. So we're
Like,
gonna head back to Traverse Town here to fight Opposite Armor, which we could have fought in the second visit, but it's much faster to fight him now when we have more stuff. And we're also going to be equipping Ars Arcanum in this menu, an ability we're going to be using pretty much almost every fight for the rest of the game. Oh, whoops, I accidentally removed high jump. And also, we're going to be talking to the Fairy Godmother, and she's going to give us Dumbo. From the gem that we picked up back in Monstro.
Ars Arcanum is a very useful ability. It costs 3 MP, but for the initial flurry of attacks, you get iframes throughout the whole thing.
And
So
then you can do extra attacks, but you're not invincible during those. And
Yeah,
here I'm gonna do a risky thing, try and glide over this gap. That air soldier right there can hit me and knock me down, but fortunately I did get it. I usually don't like to do that, but whatever.
Yeah, it's a bit risky.
Oh, whoops. I don't know why, but when I jumped, I just kind of got thrown back to the floor. So these guys are gonna spawn really weird now.
Yeah, these Heartless coming up.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, they spawn normally. That was weird. That was fine.
It's our first use of Ars Arcanum, and this part is very random.
So we gotta ring this
past
bell 3 times to spawn the boss. And the beginning part of this boss isn't the real fight, it's just, it just looks like the same guard armor fight that we fought back in our first visit to Traverse Town, but his hands, he has very low health. So what we're going to be aiming for is taking out one of his body parts extremely quickly, and it only takes 3 hits to take out a hand, so that's what we're going to be going for. Iframes as in invincibility frames. Alright, so here I'm gonna lock onto the hand, hit it 3 times, and then that's the end of that. And then the real fight begins.
Mushu, dude, if we found a use for Mushu, I would be surprised at not. That'd be awesome.
So,
That would require us to go back. Well, English goes back to Merlin's, but I don't think there's any use. I think Mushu's pretty weak.
so we're gonna be guarding his attacks and using Ars Arcanum. It's basically this fight, in a nutshell. But
And
he's splitting apart right now.
Actually, when you guard him, his defense goes down
Yeah.
because it's really weird.
He just
because
gets staggered.
Yeah, if you normally do that, if you just do an Ars Arcanum without first guarding an attack first, it wouldn't do enough damage to destroy that.
Wow, he's being really mean right now. He's flying all around. Okay. I can get the kill here. For some reason, you can't actually do damage to him unless his head is, like, perfectly lined up with his body. It's really dumb. Same with some of his other body parts. You can't kill them unless they're lined up. It's really weird. Thank you for the good luck. Okay.
Also, something weird. You can skip the cutscene very early.
Yeah,
Fight
as
alone.
as you saw there, I skipped the cutscene as the fade out of the fight was happening.
Again, another weird way of the cutscene skips working. The timing is off on every cutscene.
And that's it for the third visit to Traverse Town. We're only going to be visiting back here one more time in the run. And now I'm going to put on another gummy ship part. It's just a more powerful engine.
In the PS3 version, it actually wasn't that on. It would take forever for the to load into the. But since
You're
the
cutting
times
out
are so fast,
a lot.
really?
Yeah.
Well, but since the load times are so fast, it's worth putting on that gummy ship piece.
And here we have to warp back to Neverland, and then go back to the world map to access the next world. Yeah, we have PS4 now. It's extremely fast.
Like there have been changes to the route simply because load times are so fast, just so that we can go through less loads. Just because we go through less load zones, and it just makes it so. Like the save warp we did in Deep Jungle, that was just faster due to load times.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more. There's definitely more. I just don't know which.
Chamber 3 skip in Monstro saves a lot more, a lot less time now because of load times.
See, all these routes are like built into my memory now, and so I have to like think about. Did we do that in PS3?
Yeah, it's all muscle memory for us now. Like, we've been running this game for a little while, so everything just flows naturally. So here we're actually going to lose Donald and Goofy and our Keyblade, and we're going to get Beast into our party.
Something I don't think we've mentioned is that our magic stat actually, the more it grows, the more MP bars we get, but also each MP bar we get increases the strength of our magic. So not only does it increase the quantity in which we have, how much we have, it increases how powerful.
Alright, so we have to go to this underground waterway sort of place to activate a switch that will unlock the door, the main gate.
Yeah, KyeBlade, why aren't you freezing the bubble?
Yeah, dude.
It's sort of a running joke with us to talk about, you know, you can freeze the bubbles, because If you cast Blizzard on a bubble in this game, it'll turn into an ice platform.
The world record holder of this once told me to freeze the bubbles during my run. So I tried, and I used gravity.
Instead of Blizzard, because he thought
It's a fun story I like to tell people.
Alright, so speaking of gravity, we're going to be using that on this Heartless right here. This is the only Heartless we have to kill during the Beast segment while he's in our party. We use gravity on it to do majority of the damage, and then Beast finishes it off. We mash triangle to command and to attack. Gravity does a percentage of the enemy's health, and isn't it based off of how much health they have?
Yeah, isn't it 15%? Or something like that?
Yeah, so we're going to be using gravity a lot towards the end of the game.
Yeah, also, is it correct in saying that it also weakens them? Like, they're more vulnerable during...
Yeah, it does weaken them.
Yes. Well,
So-
for certain enemies. Bigger enemies, it won't do that.
Oh, yeah. But when they're in the ground.
Yeah. As you saw with that defender, he went into the ground when I used gravity.
I'm pretty sure all non-boss enemies are weaker when you use gravity.
So here we can just walk into the wall here and despawn these enemies. We don't have to deal with them.
So you're probably wondering why Kai didn't just use Ars Arcanum, because it's like a super powerful ability. Ars Arcanum is actually, even though it uses magic, it's based on your physical strength, and the strength of the wooden sword is zero, like
It does
zero.
it does no
basically.
damage.
So it does little to no damage.
absolutely no damage, so yeah.
But since magic isn't based on the strength of your Keyblade, it does the same damage it would do.
I would
if
love
you
to
had
see
your
a
Keyblade.
mod on this game where the wooden sword is used the whole game.
Also, if he would have used Ars Arcanum, he wouldn't have had that that MP to use during Riku.
Yeah, Riku, this fight we're relying on Goofy to use that move right there, which is Tornado. And also we're using Ars Arcanum, but I don't have MP right now.
Yeah, Goofy actually does a lot of damage to Riku
That
in
was-
this fight.
That was meh.
Yeah.
Like the...
I know we've speculated about this, but I feel like Goofy does more damage in PS4 because of 60 FPS.
Because more frames.
More frames to do Tornado with.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They messed up a lot of stuff when they converted it to 60 FPS, but they've fixed the majority of it with patches.
Did Donald parry Riku?
I
wasn't
think I
paying
parried
attention.
Riku, but I have no idea.
Oh, thank God for clips.
Here we can just roll into the desk to collect that book. I learned that from Templeton.
Maybe a parry happened. No, I couldn't tell.
So here we're going to be using fire on these torches and doing various things to unlock the emblem pieces that we need to put in the door to continue. There's one. And these torches, when I light them all, one will appear. And then in between each set of torches is another thing we can do.
Oh, and Mr. Two Push.
Oh yeah. There's a statue you have to push, and you want to get 2 pushes. That's, I think, the minimum you can get. But Sora sometimes will be a jerk like that.
Is there any way to control it?
I have no idea. Maybe I think it has to do with how your analog stick is angled.
Yeah, how you're like angled pushing it.
I usually get a two push when my camera is facing a certain direction. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, this game has some weird stuff in it, so I'm going to... Okay, well I attempted it, but it didn't happen. If you slide off that rail, you can use your momentum to jump and then land in front of the chest, but I'm bad at
Tony
it.
Hawk.
Yeah, we call it the Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Game, man.
If you freeze the bubbles, then you can get a 1 push.
Oh dang. That's like getting a 2 cycle on wardrobe in Cage 2.
Alright. I almost didn't land on that platform, that was scary. So here we're going over here to grab this chest, and one of the wyverns followed us. You can get it to where none of them follow you, but most of the time this guy will follow you. So yeah, you just take him out and then open the chest. And then when you fly back, you can land in a specific spot so that the enemies don't spawn.
Going over there is important because not only do you not have to fight Heartless, you get a haste 2G, which helps out.
Yeah, it's our last gummy piece.
It makes your ship a lot faster.
You
Like a
almost
lot.
You definitely almost said a lot more faster.
Hey, but I didn't.
That's true.
Alright, so halfway through this lift ride, we're gonna encounter some wizards, and I'm just gonna take them out real quick.
Yeah, you actually want to stand like near the edge of the platform and wait for one of the wizards to spawn.
I guess we're good
And then
on
as soon as it spawns, you want to have Goofy take out the wizard while you're attacking a different one.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of those teleported, but it was
So-
fine.
Something that we haven't mentioned before is that when you mash triangle, it actually calls to attack,
Yeah,
and it,
makes your party members more aggressive.
yeah, it's like, hey, yeah, we're gonna attack.
Okay. Here we're gonna unequip Tornado off of Goofy. Use this Trinity to get Mega Elixir and 2 cottages. Cottages restore your whole party's HP and MP, but they can only be used from the menu. So we're gonna use those later at the end of the game. And the Mega Elixir we can use in this next fight, but I'm gonna be doing a riskier strat where we can save it, but if it doesn't work out, I'll just, I can just use it as a backup.
So the reason we unequip Tornado is for the upcoming boss fight, Maleficent, so that Goofy doesn't overdamage her, because she can teleport away very easily.
Oh, and here's
with that.
where we're using Dumbo for the first time. This is Dumbo Skip.
Hashtag Bambi skip.
Violin always calls him Bambi by accident.
I always call him Bambi.
But yeah, basically what we just did is, you can fly on Dumbo, so we flew up to the ledge, dismissed Dumbo, and then the ledge grabbed up there. If we hadn't have done that, we would have had to go around and kill Heartless and flip a switch and do all this other stuff, so saves a whole lot of time. So this
Yeah,
next
and
fight
we
is
also-
pretty straightforward.
We used to, in our old route for KH1 beginner, we used to get Divine Rose because it has a lot of strength. But with this Dumbo skip, yeah, with this Dumbo skip, it cuts out so much time because we do Dumbo skip 3 times in Hollow Bastion, and it cuts out so much time that it's not worth even getting Divine Rose anymore.
Alright, that was a good fight. Basically, all you have to do on Maleficent is not use finishers, or else it will stagger her and she'll change what she's doing.
Also,
The
he's
other
pretty
thing-
lucky there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Donald can use gravity on Maleficent, which will cause her floating rock to fall down, and it'll screw up the whole fight. So, if that happens, it's very rare, but it's really unfortunate. This
Yeah,
next fight
so-
is kind of like Captain Hook, where we do a stop loop, but I'm doing 1 extra hit per stop, so I'm trying to save my Mega Elixir. Hopefully it works
Mega
out.
Elixirless?
Yeah. I've been practicing this, so hopefully it works out. We can get a cheap shot in there. Basically, my combos just have to be really fast.
Combos have to be extremely precise, by the way.
Okay, I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna wait for her to do her attack, and then I'm going to use the Mega Elixir. Dang. I was doing really good at the beginning, but I screwed it up, unfortunately. Okay. There we go. That should be it. So she used one attack. Not too bad, but not good either. Yeah, but you could save that Mega Elixir there. I just whiffed a few hits, so... I'd say that I saved it pretty well, though.
Something else about the Divine Rose route, there is a very long, grueling, unskippable cutscene that you have to watch if you do that route.
I mean, we already have to watch an unskippable cutscene during the regular route, but we have to watch an extra one.
It's not a super long cutscene, it's like 30 seconds.
Okay, so this next fight, Riku 2 has I think it's 4 hits for an auto counter, and in his second phase. So basically we're going to use Ars Arcanum to get to his second phase as fast as possible, and then we're going to be abusing that 4-hit auto counter. If I miss one of my combos, like if I miss time 1, then he can break out and use his DM. And if you want, you can explain what a DM is, because I don't think we've done that.
Alright. Oh, go ahead, Violent.
A DM stands for Desperation Move, so if you... I don't know how it exactly works in this game. I think you have to hit a certain HP gate for most bosses for them to do their Desperation move.
In this game.
Desperation moves are basically moves where the enemy is completely invincible and it wastes a lot of time. And in most cases, we want to skip the Desperation move and just defeat the boss without encountering. In the PS4 version of this game, Riku's DM is extremely fast, so it doesn't waste
Great fight.
a lot of time. But yeah, on PS3, his DM is super long.
I'm really proud of myself for that fight.
Wastes a lot of time. There are cases in the final world where we can't skip the DM, we just have to sit through it. But yeah, there is another DM skip we're gonna go for, but I'll save that for later. And I think I shouldn't explain, I think Templeton should explain that one.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you...
So now we're playing as a
game.
Heartless. This section's pretty straightforward. You just walk down, make your way down to the castle. Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. I mean, KyeBlade13. If you played this game as a kid, you probably remember that fight being very difficult, spending many hours hearing the same cutscene over and over again. All
yeah,
in my heart.
In 2FM, DM skips are a lot more prominent because you can loot bosses by like manipulating the revenge value, but this game doesn't really have a revenge value system, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Cool, in the chat? You said DS and then stopped.
Fine, I'll help you.
Oh, whoops. I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't get bonkless. Basically, it's just a joke. Bonkless means that you skip the cutscene before Donald bonks the Heartless on the head.
There's also textless, you knowless, and headless, and
Textless,
groundless.
Aladdinless. We have a lot of lessons.
Textless Hulless is the most legendary.
Yeah, that I've gotten it twice, and we didn't think it existed until I got it. It was pretty legendary.
What is it?
It's before Oogie Manor.
Where Jack says, huh?
Oh, you're gonna say DM skip. No bonkless. Yeah.
Reset.
I didn't even get the second bonkless. No, not reset. Alright, so...
Do you have a save at this point in the game?
In the Japanese version, it's actually faster to not save warp here, but in the English version, since we haven't unlocked that Trinity, the one where we did the cavern skip at the beginning of the run, the Japanese version actually has to unlock the Trinity normally, but since we haven't done that, it wastes more time to go and do it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there would have been no point in him doing this skip.
we never go into the cavern legitimately.
Well, we do.
On
We ask
English.
Merlin, and then he takes us, which is legit.
That's only because we've been there before.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So
yeah, if they wouldn't have been, if we wouldn't have a different way into the cavern, there would have been no point in us doing the Trinity skip. So
no,
this is just
I got
avoiding
the
that
other
super long
one,
cut.
Keyblade. All right.
And on PS3, we had to go through 2 red trinities to get to the cavern.
Okay.
Oh
Because
yeah,
of loads, because of load times, we don't have to go through a single one.
We would have
It's
to
just
watch
a-
a cutscene to get that glitch.
It's like a best example of load times changing the route of this game.
Okay.
because we'd have to watch like a 4-second cutscene just so we didn't have to go
Yeah.
through another load zone.
We would have to do the red trinity into the alleyway and then another red trinity into the cavern. But now we don't do any.
Alrighty. So
Red Trinity list. Alright.
now we're going through. Oh, whoops! I need to
Yeah.
edit my gummy.
Hey,
so-
hey, if Anti-Sora can jump, we can find a way to clip through the bell tower.
Oh, right. I forgot about that
Dude, we made a discovery today. I had no clue he could jump. It really scared me. I freaked out. Alright, so an interesting thing about this gummy section is you can actually exit through it about halfway through, and it'll just unlock the next world. It's strange, but it just happens.
It has something to do with the fact that you didn't take a you didn't do a gummy mission back to Traverse Town. So it's basically saying, oh hey, you made it this far. You made it far enough. So
Yeah, so basically, there's this part in the gummy where I'm gonna be going through different walls like these, kind of. And after that, once the background sort of changes, that's when I can exit out of the gummy. That's sort of the signal.
They can just warp straight to Hollow Bastion again.
That's a good way to motivate yourself. If
What?
Anti-Sora can jump, I can do anything.
It's great.
I can get sub 220.
I'm glad my run is gonna help people
I
motivate
can be
themselves.
on 216 pace after Monstra.
Alright, so here... That's when we can exit the world.
Wait,
Or exit
Rylan,
to the world map.
Did
There we go,
Did I tell you?
and we can go to Hollow Bastion.
Did I tell you about what happened? Was that today? That was today. I was tied with world record up until.
Dude, you cut out after until.
Yeah.
until I was in Halloween Town.
Oh, what?
I know.
You're getting there, dude.
No.
You got this.
Then Oogie destroyed me. Oogie's Manor destroyed me. I mistook ship.
Yo, how our runs just hit 80 followers.
Yo, nice. Okay, so here we
Nope.
have a menu. We also put Beast in the party because he's really strong.
Share this run with your friends, guys. Get us to 100.
Easily.
Whoops. Alright, and then we can equip Gravity. So, basically all we're going to be doing here is climbing up the castle again, but it's a lot easier this time because we don't have to collect the emblem pieces. We're actually doing a second type of Dumbo skip, and it's right here at the castle gates. This one's really fun to show off. So I'm going to do 2 dodge rolls, and then walk forward just the smallest amount, and then turn around. That will only spawn 1 Heartless instead of like 10. And the other Heartless that spawn can snipe me with fireballs, so we just want the Wizard. And we're going to use Dumbo to get up here, and then we're going to glide all the way over here.
Something I don't think we talked about was you may have seen that we equipped Cheer in our party members' abilities. That ability allows the summon gauge to decrease slower, allowing you to keep your summon out for long. And it's very useful.
We need
especially
that
in
for end fights. where we're
Without
using Simba.
cheer, the final rest fight would be a nightmare.
Okay, so
already
I'm
is a
gonna
nightmare,
position Beast in a certain way. I don't exactly know where I'm supposed to go, but I have an idea. So I'm gonna put him right there.
Beast is supposed to be around the middle. Basically.
Yeah, he's sort of around the middle right now. So he can do a roar attack and kill pretty much everything. Oh, he didn't kill everything, but...
Only if Templeton tells you to do it then.
One time, Templeton told Violin to do it, and he immediately got it.
But Violin didn't know about the strat at all.
Yeah, I had no idea.
And I just told him, hey, position
I got it
and
the
then-
first few times I tried it, I just haven't been able to get it recently. That was still pretty good.
Basically, in that menu before, he unequipped lunge, so he would roll, like, instead of lunge. And he also equipped critical plus, which allows him to, like, one-shot
I think
everything.
Beast destroyed all but one right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What roar are they talking about, Kai?
The Beast Roar.
Are you gonna do the roar?
Roar.
Yeah, we have a joke where we say do the roar for Beast to do the roar.
Dude.
I'm not saying it.
Seriously, dude. Freshness, you got the most play on words, like, you come up with more play on words than anyone else I know.
Yeah, I agree.
It's actually impressive.
Alright. So we're gonna use that save point, refill our magic and health, and then we're gonna head to the behemoth fight. This fight's pretty straightforward, just stand on his head and use Ars Arcanum. As you can see, we actually did the second Dumbo skip again. Still same concept.
Even if everything was out of the way and all the switches were hit, it would still be faster to do Dumbo skip. Like, by far.
Yeah, Dumbo skip saves so much time, it's not even funny. So I'm basically just gonna be using Ars Arcanum on this guy, and when his horn goes down, just start combos.
Who was it that found Dumbo Skip?
I don't know.
No,
Without Dumbo skip, we would have to fight a giant group of Heartless.
And it's kind of weird because in that group, you'd kill that first wave, then you'd leave, and then you'd re-enter, and then no more would spawn. You just use the switch. It was crazy, but now we don't have to worry about it.
Okay, so he's almost dead. Beast and Goofy give you a lot of MP. We equipped an ability on Goofy called MP Gift, where he just give you MP by sacrificing some of his own.
It's...
And you guys might be wondering why we didn't do Dumbo skip to go to the elevator fight in Traverse Town, or freaking
HP.
Hollow Bastion 1. And it's because Square actually programmed the switches to be off until after you do the puzzle game for the door.
emblem pieces.
Yeah. So you can't...
I cannot skip this cutscene because it is an unskippable cutscene that I can't skip because it's unskippable. This cutscene's unskippable if you didn't know.
We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other.
No matter where we are, our hearts will bring us together again. Besides, I couldn't forget you even if I wanted to. What's that supposed to mean?
Hurry, come and close the keyhole!
Sora, good luck.
Oh my gosh, everyone.
And here we have
Oh my god.
Oh, you did that.
Oh my. That's a lot of spam.
That, I don't know, this cutscene is very...
Someone
perfect,
you
perfect
copied
spasm.
the name too. Power runs. Oh my god. Dude, you know what do you know what this copy pasta reminds me of? It's when you're told to write an essay, but it has to be a certain number of words. Like more than a certain number, so you're just like, it's an unskippable cutscene that I can't skip because it's unskippable.
What are you doing, Kai?
What?
I saw that picture pop up for a split second.
What picture? What did I do?
I saw it.
No, I think that was the stream.
I didn't do
No,
it.
the roar
No.
picture
I
popped
did-
up for
I
like
didn't-
a split second.
I swear I didn't do it. It was
No,
totally done.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That, you know what? I'm glad.
Oh, they're putting that on.
Yeah, it's not me.
Oh. Yeah, oh my god, I thought it was you.
You think I would,
too.
you think I would take part in such tomfoolery? I totally would.
I know you.
But I didn't do it.
I like the humor in these.
Yeah, I like
of
the
the marathon.
humor in the marathon. Like, I was afraid that, like, it was gonna be too serious, and I couldn't make
I hope to
any
see more.
jokes, but there's been a lot of humor in this run so far, which is nice.
Please tell me you saw that, by the way.
It's
Seriously,
very laid back, I like it.
these guys who are putting this whole event together, they're awesome.
Shoutouts to them.
Yeah, dude.
They're amazing.
I mean, don't they do this annually?
I think they do it more often than that.
I mean,
Interesting.
Power runs July. They have it specified in the logo. That's July.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, End of the World is
Alright, this fight is really random. I have to use gravity on the
probably
nearest.
the hardest world.
Oh my
honestly.
gosh, I did it!
You did it!
I would do it in the
Uh-oh.
run. I would do it in the run in the marathon.
What is happening?
What the heck?
I got it. All this random stuff that I've never
Okay.
seen before is
Okay.
happening. Did you see it? The next one is November. I might want to see if I can do it again. It's been pretty fun. If I learn KH2 by then, I might be able to do KH2.
Can I run DDD?
Don't
That
let
was-
him run the.
Yo, Zan needs. Zan needs to.
That was awesome.
Me and yeah, dude, it was a pretty good invisible fight.
You know Zan's gonna run DDD for the event, and you're gonna commentate.
Dude, that
Yeah,
would be
I'll do
awesome. Actually.
BBS.
I would totally do it. I'll do
Dude,
BBS. BBS
I'll
is
do
actually
BBS
a good
trilogy.
category.
I'll do back cover any percent with Kevin.
Dude, I'll do all
Kevin.
sorts.
I'm gonna do. Oh, and we grabbed this
I
elixir
can
after the
jump.
fight.
The next How It Runs event is in November.
Yeah.
Blade Alchemist.
Something to note. And angels can spawn other angels.
Yeah,
That's the
so
hardest.
luckily that didn't happen, but it's
no,
happened to me
it
before,
could
and I'm like,
happen.
I swear I killed more.
Um,
Oh wait,
Also,
hold on.
there's
I have
an
to use
elixir
my
here.
cottage. I almost didn't use it. No DDD. Me and my friend Zan, I'm third in dream drop distance and he's second, but there's only
Oh my
7.
God,
there's only
Kai.
7 runners, so we brag about it as a joke all the time.
Hey, I'm
We're-
4th place.
We're like, hey, we're not third in dream drop distance for nothing. And it's a really RNG based run that is not skill based at all. It's
Shout out to Sonic for having amazing RNG.
Shout outs to my friend Zan. I don't think he's watching the run. Okay, that's with you.
He was. It
I
says
would
he
get
is.
the Omega Arts drop.
you got the.
You got Omega Arts?
That is a.
I have never
I'm-
gotten Omega Arts from that behemoth on PS4 ever.
I'm highly
So-
convinced. Okay, so it has a 5% drop rate. I'm convinced that it's less than.
I'm convinced it's lower than 5%.
Alright.
I think the game wants you to PB, Kai.
It really does. It's kind of going all out right now.
You know, oh
I have
my
to do the
God.
equipment menu.
And now you don't have to do an equipment menu later. You can give Goofy the Ray of Light right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so equipment. So it's 2 Omegas, right?
Yeah.
No, I have to have Ray because I have to do
It
it
gives us
for
some
final
boost.
rest.
All
gives
right,
us-
my bad.
Okay. So it's Ray and Omega right now, and then I switch out
And then
Ray.
double Omegas.
Awesome.
Dude,
Okay, so here,
my power just flickered off. It's
Here-
thunderstorm right here.
here, we're gonna use Simba again. We're gonna use one charge with 2 ticks. What?
Oh my God.
We'll show you later.
Okay, we're gonna use one. Are they putting stuff on the screen?
Yes.
Oh my
no,
gosh.
of course
We're gonna use a
not.
2-tick charge, and then 1 full charge, and then 2 other full charges. The 2-tick charge is just to knock them back.
Yeah, because
I'm rewatching this run, by the way.
you can basically on the other waves you already have Simba out, but since you have to delay having Simba out for this, you have to hit him with that first hit. Otherwise, they'll hit you, and once you get hit with Simba, it's really hard to get a charge off.
Yeah, so we do that first smaller charge.
And Simba's very good.
Alright, so here we have to use fire to kill these jellyfish heartless, because if we don't use fire to kill them, they can spawn smaller versions of themselves, and it's a really bad time, so we just take them out with 5 fires each. And then for these guys, we do 1 gravity and 3 fires, and then 3 fires for the smaller ones, and then 1 gravity and 3 fires for this other guy. And that should be that. That was pretty good. I always kind of delay walking out of here because I'm afraid that I'm going to walk out before the screen flashes, and if you do that, then it'll screw you up because it'll make you walk back in and do it again because it won't count it. Sure, cool. You can tell me. I don't mind. Alright, there we go. I doubt I'm ahead right now. This run's been decent so far, but it hasn't been on par with my PB from what I've been seeing. I'm happy with how I'm playing, though.
Violin, I can hear his gameplay through your mic.
I don't think it's.
Well, if it was through my
It's-
mic, then you would be able to hear it the whole time. I've never changed
It's
my volume.
KyeBlade's. It's KyeBlade's mic.
Can you guys hear it on the stream?
I'm not even listening to the game audio. I haven't muted on the stream.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people watching the stream. Can you guys hear my game? If you can, I'll
Yeah, a little
turn it
bit.
down.
It's not too much. It's not
Okay,
too much.
alright, so then
Don't
I
worry
won't
about
bother
it.
with that. We can actually equip Air Combo Plus here earlier. If we get it, and we got
Cool
it.
black dude.
Only 10
No.
seconds? That's interesting.
Cool dude. No.
No, dude!
Cool dude.
What?
Come on,
I'm not
man.
gonna let it get to my head. Anyway, so we equipped Air Combo Plus first.
No, don't look at chat.
Oh, this is a good pattern. I like this pattern. Because it's a good pattern that I like. And then we can actually land on his shoulder and do Ars Arcanum. We want to do that as much as possible, but it's not a huge deal, especially considering that we have the Air Combo Plus, so we have an extra hit. We don't want to use finishers, it's actually slower to use finishers on this guy. Yo, Donald just stopped him for a second. That's crazy.
Wait, what? You can
He used
stop him?
It stopped him for like half a second.
Yeah, well, he's stronger.
Yeah, see, you're right. I'm gonna fail, so it doesn't matter. That was a very good fight. It's possible to use Ars Arcanum to not get flung back, but
It's very hard.
it's very hard. My PB is a 2:22:21. Okay, so right here we're gonna equip Mega Elixir for this next fight and equip Super Glide, which is basically a really fast version of Glide. We're getting very close to the end of the run. No, my PB is not a 2:23, it's a 2:22:21. Oh, whoops, I got hit by that. Oh. So yeah, Gravity and Ars Arcanum are basically the strategies for all these other behemoths besides the main one.
Yeah, because the reason we didn't use Gravity on the original, it's an actual boss, and so it does less damage. But these are actual Heartless,
Yeah.
not the boss form.
So I like to go on
they
this
deal a lot
wall.
of
We're
damage.
gonna be using 2 fires to kill each Dark Ball for this next wave. This is the final rest fight where we're gonna be using Simba. This is where he's most useful in the run. Where we really just need him to be, like, anything close to fast. This fight can go really well or really wrong, so we'll see. That was a good amount of invisibles I just stopped. I'm using Stop and Gravity on these guys just because, like, Gravity by itself can... It could just be random, because these invisibles just don't cooperate. Very
the
good.
Invisibles are very mobile.
Very, very good. Oh my gosh. One of them DM'd, but other than that, that was pretty much perfect. Okay. And I didn't leave any invisibles standing, so
Also, you need to make sure that both of your party members are alive.
and you have at
otherwise
least
you can't summon.
and you have at least 2 MP. You need 2 MP to summon Simba, and both your party members need to be alive for this to work. So that invisibles fight can really screw you over if it kills your party members or makes you use so much MP.
Also, if you summon Simba too late,
Very good fight.
then the angels can snipe you, and that just screws up the whole thing, so you can't get a charge off.
Okay, cool. So that was a good fight. We're gonna grab this Mega Elixir here. Last Mega Elixir we can get. We're gonna give... Oh, wait, hold on. We're gonna take off my Ray of Light, equip Omega Arts, give Goofy the Ray of Light, so that he has more MP to give us. Equip MP Rage on Sora, equip MP Haste on Goofy, and then we're going to add all my Elixirs and Mega Elixirs to Sora. Some people give Goofy one of the Mega Elixirs, but I don't do that. I don't trust him. Plus, he can give me MP anyway, just by himself. So, these are the final fights of the game.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So, for Ansem 1, the strat here is, we're gonna try to keep him in a certain corner and use R's on him, while Goofy gives, Sora a bunch of MP. And hopefully,
Ah, man.
Kai can get submit skip.
He already flew out of the corner, but that's fine. Usually I can get him back in there.
You can get him back in pretty easily. You just have to know
Yeah,
how the fight works.
he can be pretty random sometimes, but... Like, I have a lot of difficulties with this fight, to be honest, but... I feel like I can do it pretty well.
If he's targeted onto you, he'll usually fly backwards, which, I mean, that's mostly into a corner. You just gotta make sure you're not in the corner.
Make sure he's aimed, yeah, to the corner. Fortunately, that hit him. Okay, he's flying back into this corner a lot. This is actually really good. Okay, so I'm not getting submit skip. Oh, yo, he submitted one of my party members, so this can actually be a good thing, because he'll come near me now. There we go. That was a very good fight. Okay. So, items, cottage, and then we're gonna re-equip that tornado ability we removed back in Hall of Bastion. And basically this fight is just 3 air hits and then an R's, and not using the final hit of R's. That's basically the whole entire fight.
Yeah, this is the second DM skip. I guess we do DM skip Dark Side, right?
I suppose this could be considered a DM. Okay, perfect. This next fight is Ansem 2, using that elixir to get our MP back before the fight, and we're going to be attempting to DM skip him.
So basically, when Ansem 2 reaches
Like 2 bars.
his 2 bars of health, he can DM, and that DM can last 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds,
20 to 30 seconds.
and it's just very long and painful to watch.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave him at 1 hit till the DM barrier, and then I'm gonna wait for him to attack me. Whatever attack he decides to do. Okay, that was the worst attack he could do, because I can't do it after this, but there we go. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 1, and then R's. And this is setting up for the DM skip. Then he's gonna do submit. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 1, and then attack him. And then he's gonna do the Guardian. And then he's gonna do another attack probably. Yep, submit. And then 1, 2, 1. And then I'm just gonna keep attacking him. And then he's gonna call his Guardian, and then I'm gonna finish him off. DM skip.
Very nice, dude.
There's also
And
another
good,
strat.
Very good explanation too.
There's also another strat where you can get submitted on purpose because you can't DM while his Guardian's away. But I don't think that
It's
I don't like to
very
do that
risky.
because it's risky because it's kind of random when he calls his Guardian back, and he can just call it back immediately and it won't even matter. And then he can just DM right out of it.
And also you can die if you're not careful.
Yeah, submit is very dangerous. This fight, me and Violin argue whether this is more difficult than the final fight. I think it is. But that doesn't really matter.
The only reason that it might be considered more difficult is because you do not have your party members, so you have to heal yourself. You can't rely on Donald, which he actually does a decent job healing you in the final fight.
Also, you don't have Goofy to use Tornado on
And
Ansem,
MP gift.
so and MP gift, but Goofy's usually dead.
We also
by
have an
then,
ability called
so-
Leaf Bracer on that allows us to be completely invincible while using Cure. And you'll see during a lot of these final fights, I'm going to keep attacking the enemy even after I've defeated it, because it still gives us MP.
Yeah, and in some of these fights, he's going to be using Cure to give himself iframes so he doesn't get hit.
Okay.
It's faster than
Yeah, that's what the
using
Leaf Bracer
Arrow.
ability does. Is it gives you invincibility during Cure. Okay, good. Decent Shadows fight. After this one, I'm going to use an Elixir for the next fight.
Yeah, he got DM skip.
Plug to the champ.
And I explained it pretty well, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunately the R's invincibility didn't last there. That's fine. So I got pushed back once. The goal in this fight is to use the R's iframes to not get pushed back. Why did that happen just now? I slid off. Because of the artillery. Whatever.
Yeah,
So yeah,
what
we
you
just use R's
typically-
Arcanum on them. I hate that
Typically, what
fight.
you want to do is wait a bit, because it takes like a little bit for it to charge up. That's what you typically want to do, but it happens.
I'm using an elixir for this fight just because you can run out of MP pretty easily because he's not on you. Okay, I'm gonna use Ars Arcanum because they're like all around me.
Yeah, the Dark Bowls fight is, I think, it's more tedious than the.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
bad. But you can get Mega Ethers, which is good.
Because, like, the Invisibles, they do their DM, but I mean, they come out of it and they're completely, I don't know, vulnerable. But
This next
Dark
fight,
Balls just randomly teleport whenever they want.
this
It's
next
annoying.
fight is with the face, and a lot of people use Arrow here, but I just like to use Leaf Bracer to dodge his attacks instead. And also swaying left to right on him as you're attacking can be good because you can avoid some of his smaller attacks.
also, Goofy is really good here.
Yeah, he can
'cause
use Tornado on him.
Tornado just does so much damage. It's kind of ridiculous.
I believe it's because of more frames, right?
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure.
And then here he has sort of a DM where he can do that, but it's easily dodgeable. I call it a DM just because he doesn't use it until a certain HP gauge. Oh, I thought that was pretty cool. Use a Mega Ether and a Mega Potion to heal me and Goofy, or give us some MP. And then keep hitting him for MP. This next fight is Invisibles. It can be good or bad. Basically, I'm going to be trying to turn around and gravity them all together, because they all sort of charge at you. Hopefully I can get it. Okay, this is going kind of bad.
I don't think we really explained Arrow. Arrow is a defensive ability, a defensive spell that'll create wind around you, and it increases your defense like drastically. You survive. You survive.
All right, like freaking 3 of them in the end.
You survive hits that'll kill you like 3. Like it gives them just a lot of defense.
But you do a lot of damage to these invisibles for some reason. Okay, let me kill him, please. Okay, fine. That was really long. Took a really long time. I'm gonna use an elixir. I don't know why, but I didn't have enough MP to use 3 gravities, I think, which is what I like to use in this next fight. And I had an extra elixir.
Also in this, we call these
so
core
I kind of
fights.
choked my words there.
In the one with the Invisibles, they will drop elixirs, and one with the Dark, they will drop Mega Ethers, which are very good considering we have a lot of MP, especially in this fight.
Oh, and time is coming up. This next fight is the final fight of the game. I used a Mega Elixir before. I'm gonna use Arrow right here.
What is your PB again?
220, 221. Oh gosh, didn't get any straight hits. And I got hit by that.
Yeah, it does this really dumb move. Oh, something I didn't know until recently. He does this interesting move where the Guardian puts
Sucks
the
your MP away.
Yeah, he sucks your MP away. So I've sat there before.
With no MP,
Waiting for my-
afraid to die. And
'Cause I was-
time. What did I get?
We don't know. It's
I
like
don't
a
know.
20-second lag. I think you got 222.
Yeah,
222.
you definitely got 222.
You PP'd. You PP'd.
I PV'd?
Yeah.
What?
It is futile.
well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Keyblade
Oh, you definitely PP'd.
cannot seal the door to darkness.
We'll see in like 5 seconds.
No, we'll see like right.
You got a
222.06.
Yeah.
Yo, I PV'd. Are
Hey.
you kidding?
Hey Kai, guess what? Guess what, Kai?
Yo,
You were on 216 pace after Monstro.
what the fuck?
Dude, we need to
How
work on
was
our
I on
lane.
216 pace after Monstro?
and then after Halloween Town.
That's 2 minutes off world record. What?
That's also like halfway through.
Yo.
A little over.
Hold on, I'm going to the Twitch. Hold on.
222.06, dude. You have to go. You have to
Yeah.
time this. You have to go. You have to go through and look at each.
Yeah, and after Halloween Town,
Oh
you
my
were
god.
on 221 pace.
That was awesome. The anti-Sora jump blessed my run.
Dude, the anti-Sora.
Oh man.
So you have like 5 minutes to save in Halloween Town.
Dude,
I want to
PB is
thank
peanut butter. The Academy.
I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank Howard Runs for letting me showcase this category. I want to thank you guys for helping me commentate, and all the people who are supporting me in the chat.
Don't give up.
Dude,
Like-
And
congrats, man.
Tetsuya Nomura. for making this game.
Congrats, dude.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cynical, for letting us know we can freeze the
Thank
bubbles.
you, Nick, for inviting me.
Oh god.
Thank you, Anti-Sora, for jumping.
Dude,
And most of
Anti-Sora
all,
jumping.
thank you to Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I'd like to thank my arms for always being by my side. My legs for always supporting me. There's
Alright.
more.
Well, so do
Jump
I just
time.
hit stop streaming, or what? How does this work?
I think Mr. Host guy should join us and tell us. Shout out to the KyeKeepers.
The KyeKeepers.